Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to discuss about hematinics and coagulants and anticoagulants. This is Sudhakar Lakawat. Hematinics. So hematinics. What is hematinics? These are also called as anti-anemics. They are the agents which are required for the formation of blood and are used for the treatment of anemias. These are mainly iron, folic acid and vitamin B12. So hematinics are also called as antianemics. They are the agents which are required for the formation of blood and are used for the treatment of anemias. These are mainly iron, folic acid and vitamin B12. So anemia, what is anemia? Anemia is a condition in which the balance between production and destruction of red blood cell is disturbed by heavy blood loss and impaired red blood cell formation and increased destruction of red blood cells. So iron, distribution of iron in the body. The total body iron in adult is 2.5 to 5 grams. It is more in men than in women. So it is distributed into hemoglobin 66% and iron stores as ferritin and hemoglobin as 25% and myoglobin as 3% and parenchymal iron as 6%. This is the distribution of iron in the body. So hemoglobin, it is a protoporphyrin, each molecule having 4 iron containing heme residues. It has 33% of iron. So daily requirement of iron. To make good average daily loss, requirements are in adult male 0.5 to 1 mg and adult female 1 to 2 mg and infant 60 microgram per kg and for children 20 microgram per kg and for pregnancy 3 to 5 mg because in pregnancy they need more and more iron and iron absorption. The average daily diet contains 10 to 20 mg of iron. Its absorption occurs all over the intestine but magnify in the upper part. Iron transport. Iron is transmitted in blood. Iron is transported in blood in combination with a glycoprotein transferrin. It binds ferric iron. The total plasma content of iron is 3 mg. And iron storage. Iron is stored in reticuloendothelial cells in liver, spleen, and bone marrow. And hepatocytes and myocytes has ferritin and hemosiderin. So iron excretion. Iron is inociously conserved by the body daily. Excretion in the adult male is 0.5 to 1 mg, mainly as exfoliated gastrointestinal mucosal cells and some RBC and in bile. In menstruation women, monthly menstrual loss may be averaged to 0.5 to 1 mg per day. Preparation and doses. Oral iron. It is initiated with dried ferrous sulfate, which is given in dose of 100 to 200 mg after to minimize gastric irritation. Iron liquid preparation are available especially for children, but tablet is a choice of preparation of adult. Nausea, epigastric pain, diarrhea may occur as a side effects, and rarely acute iron toxicity can occur from injection of 50 gram iron preparation. Preparations and doses of iron. Ferrous sulfate. ferrous sulfate dried to 200 mg to 300 mg daily, and ferrous gluconate 1.2 to 1.8 gram in divided dose, and ferrous stimulant 200 to 400 mg in divided dose, and colloidal iron 200 mg to 400 mg daily, and parenteral iron therapy. Parenteral iron therapy is indicated when the oral iron therapy fails. So, parenteral iron therapy, iron dextran is given in injection form, dose is 1 ml, and iron sorbitol is given in injection form, dose is 1.5 mg to 1.5 mg of iron per kg body weight. And adverse effects of iron: local pain at the site of injection, and pigmentation of the skin, and sterile access at the site of injection. And systemic: fever, headache, joint pain, flushing, palpitation, chest pain, dyspnea, and lymph node enlargement, a metallic taste in mouth lasting for few hours, an anaphylactic reaction resulting in vascular collapse and death. Iron sorbitol cause more immediate reaction than iron dextran, and it should be avoided in patients with kidney disease. Uses of iron in iron deficiency anemia. It is the most important indication for medicinal iron. Iron deficiency is the commonest cause of anemia. Iron deficiency also accompanies a repeated attack of malaria and chronic inflammatory disease, and the cause of iron deficiency should be indicated and treated with normal administration. Megaloblastic anemia. When brisk hemophysis is induced by vitamin B12 or folate therapy, iron deficiency may be unmasked. The iron status of this patient should be evaluated and iron given accordingly. Astringent. Ferric chloride is used in throat pain. Acute iron poisoning. So, acute iron poisoning is occur when the body unable to excrete an excess of iron, which is deposited in heart, liver, pancreas, and other organs, leading to organ failure and death. It occurs mostly in infants and children. It is very rare in adults, and manifestations are vomiting, abdominal pain, hemostasis, diarrhea, lethargy, and cyanosis, dehydration, acidosis, and convulsion. Finally, shock, cardiovascular collapse, and death may occur. So, treatment of acute iron poisoning. So, it should be prompt to prevent further absorption of iron from the gut, and induce vomiting or perform gastric lavage with sodium bicarbonate solution to render iron soluble. Induce vomiting or perform gastric lavage with sodium bicarbonate solution to render iron insoluble. Give egg yolk and milk orally, complete iron. Desferroxamine 5 to 10 mg in 100 ml saline may be left in the stomach after lavage to prevent further iron absorption. Maturation factor. Vitamin B12 and folic acid deficiency result in megaloblastic anemia. They are therefore called as maturation factor. Vitamin B12 and folic acid deficiency result in megaloblastic anemia. Therefore, they are called as maturation factor. Vitamin B12, cyanocobalamin and hydroxycobalamin are complex cobalt containing compounds in diet, referred as vitamin B12. So, cyanocobalamin and hydroxycobalamin, these two compounds are called as vitamin B12. So, dietary sources of vitamin B12. It is available in liver, kidney, and sea fish, egg yolk, meat, and cheese. And the main vitamin B12 containing constituents of diet legumes. Legume is only vegetable source. Metabolic functions of vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is intricately linked with folate metabolism in many ways, like megaloblastic anemia occur due to deficiency of either indistinguishable. In addition, vitamin B12 has some independent function as well. One, it is essential for the conversion of homocysteine to methionine. Vitamin B12 is essential for cell growth and multiplication. Vitamin B12 is also essential for degradation of spinal cord. Sorry, vitamin B12 is also essential for degeneration of spinal cord. Deficiency. Deficiency is Addisonian pernician anemia, malabsorption bowel resection, and other causes of mucosal damage. Example: chronic gastritis, gastritic carcinoma, and gastrectomy. And nutritional deficiency is less common cause. Nutritional deficiency is less common cause, and 50 is increased demand in pregnancy and infancy. Uses. It is used in the treatment of B12 deficiency, and mega doses of vitamin B12 have been used in neuropathies, psychiatric disorder, and cutaneous sarcoid, and as a general folic to aliphatic and improved growth. Adverse effects of vitamin B12. Even in large doses of vitamin B12 are quite safe. Allergic reactions have occurred on injection, probably due to contaminants. Anaphylactic reactions have occurred on injection. This route should not be applied. Folic acid. It occurs as yellow crystal, which are insoluble in water, but its sodium salt is freely soluble in water. Dietary source of folic acid: liver, green leafy vegetables, egg yolk, meat, and milk. Deficiency. Deficiency of folic acid causes megaloblastic anemia, epithelial damage, and general debility, and weight loss and sterility can occur. Metabolic functions of conversion of homocysteine into methionine, generation of thymidylate. It is an important constituent of DNA, and conversion of serine into glycine, and purine synthesis, and histidine metabolism. Uses of in megaloblastic anemia, in methotrexate toxicity, citravorin factor rescue, anti-epileptic therapy. Adverse effects of folic acid. Oral folic acid is entirely non-toxic. Infection rarely causes sensitivity reactions. So, coagulant. Coagulants are the drugs that promote coagulation and control bleeding. They are also called as hemostatins. Main coagulant in the body is vitamin K. Vitamin K and its analogs. Vitamin K is a fat-soluble vitamin essential for the biosynthesis of clotting factor. There are three compounds of vitamin B3. Sorry, there are three compounds of vitamin K3. Vitamin K1, K2, and vitamin K3. Vitamin K1 is present in food from plant source as phytonadione. Vitamin K2 is produced in the gut by bacteria as minaquinones, and vitamin K3 is a synthetic compound used therapeutically. Vitamin K and Menadione. So most of the vitamin K2 produced by the bacteria in gastrointestinal tract supply almost 50% of the requirement. So what are the actions of vitamin K? Vitamin K is involved in the activation of various clotting factors like factor factor 2, 7, 9 and 10, as well as anti-clotting protein like protein C and S by the liver. It carries out the final step in activation of these factors, that is gamma carboxylation of glutamate residues. Deficiency of vitamin K. It is manifested as bleeding tendencies and hypoproteinemia. Vitamin K deficiency results from liver disease and malabsorption and long-term antibiotic therapy and rarely by dietary deficiency. And adverse effects of vitamin B, vitamin K. Adverse effects of vitamin K. Rapid IV injection causes flushing, breathlessness, falling BP, constriction in the chest. Menadione, that is vitamin K3. It causes hemolysis in a dose-dependent manner. And patient with G6PD deficiency and neonates. In newborn, it causes connecticular. And therapeutic use of vitamin K. Deficiency state like dietary deficiency, prolonged antimicrobial therapy, and liver disease, etc. Newborn or premature infants, vitamin K3 should be avoided, and overdose of oral anticoagulants like warfarin. Other coagulants, fresh plasma or whole blood are used in most coagulation disorder as they contain all clotting factors. So this is the best therapy for deficiencies, clotting deficiency. Other concentrated plasma fractions like fibrinogen, factor 2, 7, 8, 9 and 10 are available for the treatment of specific deficiencies. Other concentrated plasma fractions like fibrinogen, factor 2, 7, 8, 10 and 10 are available for the treatment of specific deficiencies. So fibrinogen is used to control bleeding in hemophilia, anti-hemophilic globulin deficiency and acute fibrinogenemic states. Anti-hemophilic factor. So concentrated anti-hemophilic globulin prepared from human plasma. So it is given along with human fibrinogen in hemophilia and in anti-hemophilic globulin deficiency to control bleeding episodes. Desmopressin. Desmopressin is an analog of vasopressin. It increases factor 8 and Van Willebrand factor in patients with mild hemophilia A and in Van Willebrand diseases. It is also useful in bleeding secondary to other conditions like NSAIDs-induced bleeding. Ethoxylate. It reduces capillary bleeding when platelets are adequate. And it corrects abnormal platelet function and improves capillary wall stability. And its uses are prevention and treatment of capillary bleeding after abortion, in menorrhea, and in epistaxis, tooth extraction, and etc. And adverse effects are nausea, rashes, and headache, and falling BP, especially if it is given in IV dose. Local hemostatic. Local hemostatic available for local use to stop bleeding from oozing location. Most of them provide a network of fibrin which promote coagulation. Example, fibrin, gelatin foam, oxidized cellulose, thrombin, vasoconstrictor, and astringents. These are local hemostatics. So now coming to the anticoagulants. Anticoagulants are the drug used to reduce coagulability of the blood. So classification of the drugs which are used as anticoagulant. Used in vivo. Used in vivo. Parenteral anticoagulant. Indirect thrombin inhibitor. Heparin. Low molecular weight heparin. Fondaparinux. Fondaparinux. And direct thrombin inhibitor. Lubridine. Agratoban. Bivalirudin. And oral anticoagulants. Fumarian derivatives are warfarin sodium and dikemerara. Inandione derivatives are phenadione, phenandione, and direct 10A inhibitor, rivaroxaban, and oral direct thrombin inhibitor are dabigatran, ethoxylate. Used in vitro, heparin, calcium complexing agent like sodium citrate and sodium oxalate and sodium EDTA. Sodium citrate is used in blood bank to store blood. Sodium oxalate and sodium EDTA used as an anticoagulant in laboratory. Sodium oxalate and sodium EDTA used as an anticoagulant in laboratory. Sodium citrate is used in blood bank to store blood. Heparin. Rapidly effective, its act only for few hours. Must be given parenterally. Extracted for commercial use from porcine intestine or bovine lung. Mechanism of action. Its act indirectly by inhibiting to antithrombin factor 3 and inhibits activated coagulation factors thrombin 9A, 10A, 11A, 12A and 13A, and it limits the expansion of thrombi by preventing fibrin formation. So pharmacokinetics of heparin. It is highly ionized molecule, so not effective orally. It does not cross blood-brain barrier or placenta. It is an anticoagulant of choice in pregnancy. Administration by IV or subcutaneous route, but it should not be given intramuscularly. If given intramuscularly, it causes hematoma. And metabolism. It is metabolized in liver by heparinase. It is excreted in urine. So, clinical use of heparin. Treatment of deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism and prophylaxis of deep venous thrombosis in patient undergoing elective surgery and acute myocardial infarction, and it is used in angioplasty and placement of coronary stents. It is used in anticoagulant of choice in pregnancy. So adverse effects: bleeding due to overdose, heparin induced thrombocytopenia, transient and reversible alopecia, osteoporosis, hypersensitivity reaction due to animal origin, hypoaldosteronism. Heparin can inhibit the synthesis of aldosterone and may result in hyperkalemia. So contraindication of heparin: bleeding disorders, thrombocytopenia, and severe hypertension. So there is a risk of cerebral hemorrhage. If it can be given in hypertension, there is a risk of cerebral hemorrhage. And preterm abortion, gastrointestinal ulcer. If it is given in gastrointestinal ulcer, it will aggravate the bleeding. Tuberculosis and intracranial hemorrhage and liver cirrhosis, renal failure and neurosurgery. This is contraindicated in these conditions. Low molecular weight heparin. Example: enoxaparin, riviparin, nadroparin, dalteparin. So heparin has been fractionated into low molecular forms from 3000 to 7000. Molecular weight from 3000 to 7000. These are selectively inhibit factor 9A and little effect on factor 2A. Apart from being equally efficacious, low molecular weight heparin have a favorable pharmacokinetic profile. So advantages over unfractionated heparin. It is better subcutaneous bioavailability. If it is given in subcutaneous route, the bioavailability is 70 to 90%. So longer TR, once daily given subcutaneously. Since activated partial prothrombin time or clotting time are not prolonged, laboratory monitoring is not needed. Lesser antiplatelet action, lower risk of heparin-induced thrombocytopenia syndrome, and lower risk of bleeding and osteoporosis. Indication of low molecular weight heparins. So prophylaxis of deep vein thrombosis, pulmonary embolism in high-risk patient undergoing surgery, and treatment of deep vein thrombosis, unstable angina, and myocardial infarction. Direct thrombin inhibitor. Example: lupirudin, bivalirudin, agratoban. Mechanism of action. It binds to the active site of thrombin and thrombin substrates, and it inhibits both soluble thrombin and the thrombin enmeshed within developing clots. It inhibits both soluble thrombin and the thrombin enmeshed with developing clots. Clinical use. Alternative to heparin in patient with heparin-induced thrombocytopenia. Oral anticoagulants. In vivo effects only. Warfarin. Mechanism of action. Competitive antagonist of vitamin K and reduce the plasma level of clotting factors. It acts by inhibiting the synthesis of vitamin K-dependent clotting factor 2, 7, 9A and 10. It acts by inhibiting synthesis of vitamin K and dependent clotting factor. Factor 2, factor 7, factor 9, 9A and 10. Effect of warfarin is monitored by prothrombin time and international normalized ratio. Pharmacokinetics. Warfarin. It is completely absorbed after oral administration and gives more steady plasma levels. And it is 99% plasma protein bound, and it crosses placenta and secreted in milk. Its half-life is 36 to 48 hours, and it is metabolized in glucuronic acid conjugation and inactive metabolites. It is catalyzed by cytochrome P450 enzyme. It is excreted in urine and stools. So clinical use. Long-term anticoagulant in prosthetic heart valve and heart valve damage. Atrial fibrillation, deep vein thrombosis, pulmonary embolism, and post-myocardial infarction, and in vascular surgery. These are the clinical use of low molecular weight heparin. Adverse effects. Adverse effects are bleeding, epistaxis, and internal bleeding. Skin necrosis due to reduced action of protein C, and infection due to reduced action of protein C, and teratogenicity, alopecia, and diarrhea. Drug interaction. Many drugs potentiate warfarin action, that is, drugs that inhibit platelet function. NSAIDs like aspirin increases the risk of bleeding. Drugs that inhibit hepatic drug metabolism and enhance plasma level of warfarin. Broad spectrum antibiotics. They inhibit blood flora and reduce vitamin K production. Broad spectrum antibiotic like they inhibit blood flora and reduce vitamin K production. And long-acting sulfonamides like indomethacin phenytoin and probenecid, they displace the warfarin from plasma protein binding. Some drugs reduce the effect of oral anticoagulants. Drugs that enhance the metabolism of oral anticoagulant, microsomal enzyme inducers enhance the metabolism of oral anticoagulants. Drugs that increase the synthesis of clotting factor like oral contraceptive pills counter the effect of oral anticoagulant. So difference between heparin and warfarin. So it is a mucopolysaccharide, heparin is a mucopolysaccharide and warfarin is a fumarian derivative. Source of heparin from hog lung, pig intestine, and warfarin is a synthetic form. It is a synthetic drug. And route of administration is heparin can be given in parenteral route, that is IV or subcutaneously, and warfarin given orally. And onset of action is heparin onset of action is immediate, and warfarin onset of action is delayed, 1 to 3 days. And duration of action of heparin is 4 to 6 hours, and warfarin is 3 to 6 days. So activity, it can act in vitro and in vivo. Warfarin in vivo only. Mechanism. Heparin blocks the action of factor 10 and thrombin, and warfarin inhibits the synthesis of clotting factors. So antagonist. Heparin antagonist is protamine sulfate, and warfarin antagonist is vitamin K. And variability in response. Heparin is a little variable in response, and warfarin is marked variability in response. And lab control. Lab control is activated partial prothrombin time and clotting time. It is desirable. And for warfarin, prothrombin time and international normalized ratio is essential. So drug interaction. Heparin drug interaction with heparin few, and it is not significant. Drug interaction with warfarin is many and it is significant. So uses of heparin to initiate therapy and warfarin for maintenance in therapy. Thank you.